Welcome my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It would be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane. So let's talk about Married to Medicine season 6 episode 16. They could have cut a lot of bullshit out and then got on to the nitty gritty. So this is the reunion part 1. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the outfits. Let's start off with Toya. Toya looked horrific. She even had the white hair, like, you know, she's trying to be Storm. The dress was so cheap. Like she had like a little long t-shirt under with this overgown. Only thing I did like about the overgown that it was green. It had a lot of beautiful green in it, but it was just like, why Toya? And it looked like Toya went to JC Penney's and brought this outfit, and then, you know, she was going to some Easter party. She was going to an Easter egg hunt, you know what I mean? She was going to the park to play for a picnic. I don't know what the hell Toya had on, but her makeup was flawless. Her hair looked good too as well, but it was thin, and that white color should have just been all black. Oh, she should have threw the green in. I would have been happy with the green because, you know, green's my favorite color. But her makeup, her face looked really good. Her face did look good and everything like that. But her shoes were ugly too. You can't see the shoes in the picture, but she has some horrific shoes on too as well. I don't know where she got this outfit from. Like, damn, nobody told Toya that this looked bad. Like, no one said anything. Like, they don't have each other's back. Like, who styled Toya? Who dressed Toya? Like, you guys are wrong for that. Like, you know, and Toya usually dressed. She looks nice. I don't know what's going on with this. And then let's move on to Mariah. Mariah hair, OMG. It looked like she needed some spray. She needed some gel. She needed some oil. She needed some Crisco. You know, when you're an African American woman and you're wearing like a blonde whitish wig, like you have it, when it looks dry, it just doesn't look right. It looks, when Caucasian women have dry hair like that, it's all good. But when a black woman have a wig like that, it looks dry. Like, it was like, damn, like, who did her hair like that? It looks like that, you know, the ends were dry, like they burnt the hair or whatever. Because throughout the season, she had a blonde wig, and you've seen how it was curled down to the lords, to the gods, where, you know, every stem was together, and it was all shiny and all voluptuous. Like, it looked good. But on this, no. And then her eyebrows were like way too thicker than her face. Her eyebrows hasn't been like that this whole season, so she must have got a new makeup artist or something like that. Her necklace was nice. Her earrings were nice. Her dress was nice. You know, it looked like she had somebody design that dress. Like she went somewhere and got that dress professionally, and somebody actually styled her, and it looked nice. I love the split. Her legs look beautiful. Her shoes look beautiful. Her shoes went with the dress. She looked nice. The dress was really nice. And her makeup was a little bit lighter than what I'm used to her having all through the season. Just a little bit lighter. So I'm thinking she got a new makeup artist. So let's move on to Simone. Simone looked like she was going for Easter too. Like she was going to her son's graduation. She was going for cocktail drinks. And it also looked like, you know, Simone went to no, actually it looks like Toya went to the dollar store, and she went to, you know, Job Lot and got her dress. And Simone looks like she went to JC Penney's to get her dress, or she went to Marshall's to get her dress. The shoes were ugly. You know, they got gray and gold on them. It didn't go with the dress. To me, it didn't look good. It wasn't an ugly outfit. It just didn't fit for the reunion show. Like, the dress is not ugly. The dress is pretty, but for the reunion, and it looks like Easter, it looks like clownish, it looks like bunnyish. It just looks like she needs to be out in the park with a bunch of lilies and shit like that. But her hair looked nice too as well. You know, the reunion ponytail. Everybody at the reunion on all shows wears these ponytails. It was fine. It looked nice. Long hair. It could have been thicker too as well. Toya ponytail could have been longer too as well. But, you know, Simone makeup looked nice. Her makeup was on fleek. Her face was on fleek. Her lipstick, it looked natural. It looked pretty. She looked so much younger. But the dress was just really kind of like old-fashioned, like Toya. And Simone's dress was old-fashioned. And then let's move on. But her hair was all right. So let's move on to Jackie. Jackie looked like she was in Rome. Like, you know, she was about to meet the emperor. And, you know, she has on her Dorothy shoes she has her Dorothy shoes on or whatever. Like click her shoes twice. She had like leprechaun gold shoes on. The dress was way too much. It looked like, it made her look like it just didn't show her nice shape and her figure, because she has a nice shape. She has a nice figure. no matter what, if she's small or little, she has a nice body. And that dress did not complement her body. The wraparound, that was the only thing that was pretty about the dress. It was too shiny, too gold. Maybe if she had the top and took off the bottom and put some leggings on, some tights on, or if that outfit was actually like a cat suit, that color, that material fitting her body, because she has a nice body, it would have looked nice. Her makeup was nice. Her hair was nice. Her hair was nice. They did everything wonderful with her hair. Jackie's hair was on point. Her makeup was on point. Her earrings was on point, but the shoes and the dress gotta go. It looked like she probably went to Macy's to get that dress or whatever. And then we move on to Heavenly. Heavenly wig was horrific. You can see the wig. I don't know if it was a wig, if it was her hair she put pieces in, but it just looked like she had extensions, and it looked like it was greased down at the top. She should have took some of that oil and gave some to Mariah. It would have been cool. Her makeup did look nice. She did look nice. She looks fit in that dress, but that dress is old fashioned. It's old school. It's like a Sunday church dress. Like, it's revival time dress. Once again, picnic at the beach. Old school dress. I'm going to somebody's graduation. The shoes were horrendous. The shoes was white on the top, and then, you know, the black lace up, like the straps was ugly, didn't look right. But her dress was not ugly. Her dress is pretty. It just didn't fit for the reunion. Like, you know, Toya dress didn't fit for the reunion, nor that, you know, Simone dress fit for the reunion, nor that Jackie's dress fit for the reunion, nor does, you know, Heavenly dress fits for the reunion. It can go anywhere else, but at the reunion, we're looking for them to woo us. And they come out to woo us. That's why they have stylists. That's why they get into their glamour. You know, they get in their glam squad. And Mariah did have her glam squad was there on deck. And you could tell some of their makeup artists, their glam squad was on deck. But the dress was just like, it's a real old-fashioned dress. It's like a 2005 dress that Heavenly had on. And it's not an ugly dress. It just didn't fit for the reunion. Then we move on to Quad. She did everything right. Nice color. She had on nice shoes. She nice wraparound on the top. You know, sleeveless on the other side. The design around the waist was pretty. Her hair was done. Her hair was finito. They did it in a nice style. Nice, simple, long, thick, voluptuous, you know, healthy type of hairstyle. Her makeup was on deck. Her eyeshadow matched her dress. It just looked beautiful. She looked beautiful. She was on deck. And then let's move on to, you know, Contessa. And you know, Quad looked like she had a designer. Somebody came out and made the dress for her, or she got fitted for the dress, just like Mariah. The rest of them, Jackie didn't even get fit for that outfit she got on. She just threw that shit on. And Toya, look at Toya's outfit. Come on, she looking like somebody great grandmother in that dress. And so, moving on from that, let's move on to, you know, Contessa. Contessa, the dress is not ugly. It did show a lot. It looked like she was ready to go dance. Like she was ready to go to a cocktail party. You know, she was, you know, she's single, ready to mingle. And she got the girls on. She's looking for some insight. She's looking for some trouble. That's the type of dress she had on. It looks ugly when she stands up. But when she sits down, it looks so sexy. And you don't see her looking that sexy. But once again, her wig is terrible. The top of it, it's like they never like find a way to make sure that they don't make the top all gel down and greasy and looking lumpy, like it don't fit in with the rest of the hair. Like it doesn't look like her texture at all. Like Quad hair looks like her texture. We could believe that's all Quad's hair. You know what I'm saying? It looks beautiful. And then, you know, the curls that she had, the curls were halfway curls. We know that type of style. You know, it was just the top of the hair. The curls are fine. The top of the hair was just horrific. Her breasts did look good. Her shoes that she had on was fabulous. Fabulous. I would love to have on them red shoes that she have on. But the red shoes didn't go with the dress either, because she should have went with some other, she should have went with some shoes that, she should actually with some shoes like Mariah's and red, or Quad and red, or, you know, something like that. But like, what made the dress look not so good? It looked cheap. It looked like she got it from Target, or she could have went to Marshall's and picked it out on a clearance rack or whatever. It's just the design on the dress, the little hearts or whatever, that red shit that's sticking out on the dress is too much. It's overdoing it. It makes it look cheap. It makes it look like she's ready to take it off and start dancing, get on the pole. No disrespect to Contessa, because she is, she's a good woman. So that's where we have it. See, when she sits down, look how sexy it looks. Look like she's at the strip club waiting to she's waiting to have some fun. And when, you know, Jackie sits down, her dress looks nice. And when Heavenly sits down, her dress looks like she's really like, you know, the pastor's wife. You know, she's going to an event that's at a high school or a college. And, you know, it is what it is. So basically that's it. So let's move on from that situation and let's get into the show. So, yeah, we hear Mariah talking about that, you know, Quad ain't married to Medicine because she ain't even married. And while she's on the show, I was like, damn, what a shot that she threw at her. And then we have Quad to say that she's a cokehead, that she's on drugs. And Mariah was like, I ain't never did drugs. I don't even drink. No, she said, I don't even smoke a cigarette. What are you talking about? I was like, shit, Quad is him below the belt. She said, you do drugs, girl. She said, you like that nose candy. You like that white line. You like that powder. And it's, oh, shit. I'm just like, oh, is that true? Like, what's really going on? We got that. And then we have Simone talking about that Contessa's boring, you know, like, and she adds excitement to her life that she's boring. She's like irrelevant. Like, damn, Simone, tell her how you really feel. I thought, you know, Toya had the beef with Contessa, but it seems like you got the beef with Contessa. You got to have beef with somebody. You got to be popping because you really didn't have nothing going on. That's why you got mad at Cecil and cussed him out for something that happened a year ago or whatever. But she cussed out when she called Contessa a bitch and called her a victim and all this other stuff. She meant that shit because she did not want her around. And then they want Mariah with the receipts. Where's the receipts, Mariah? Mariah said she got the receipts. Aiden said he got the receipts, but she don't want to go low. But yeah, and then you hear Quad quote out Mariah and say that you talk to the blogs, you feed the blogs, you sponsor the blogs. Who is she talking about? She's talking about Michelle Brown. Who's she talking about? Who she sponsored? So we got that situation going on, and basically that situation where, you know, Mariah is accusing Quad of sleeping with her sister's husband, and basically I was like, damn, if she slept with your sister's husband, why did you, you know, keep her? Why did you, campaign for her to be on the show? You know, why was you still her friend if she slept with your sister's husband? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then why would you convince, you know, her husband, Dr. G, to, you know, stay with her and marry her, because they wasn't married when this situation happened. And basically the police reports are actually in the slideshow. You can stop the video, pause the video, and watch and see the slideshow. And basically I got it from straight from the A, and it just says on it that in 2010 that Mariah called the cops on, you know, Mariah and her sister or whatever, because basically they came to her house. And Quad said that she got a phone call from Mariah and her sister, whatever, saying it was in the neighborhood. They got a client. They wanted to come by. And she was like, no, or whatever, don't come by. Blase ain't a third. And they came by, and there was an altercation where, you know, they said that Quad spit in their face. And then she turned around and Mariah's sister ended up punching or hitting or striking Quad because of that situation. And so there was a police report filed, and it was actually at Quad's house. And so Mariah was like, yo, listen, I rolled up to your crib. You had my brother-in-law t-shirt. You smell like him. You had all his business cards. How come you guys didn't bamboozle away in the house and search the house and see was he in there or not? And your sister's still married to him, right? So I guess it ain't a big of a deal. And you was her friend, and you've been trying to be her friend this whole season and last season, trying to make up, or allegedly trying to make up. But yeah, you mad at her because she supposedly slept with your, you know, brother-in-law or whatever. So like, damn, when it rains, it pours. She's trying to call her out for sleeping with another woman's husband, and saying that she ain't married to Medicine. I was like, And Heavenly is calling on Mariah, calling her a liar, saying you ain't nothing but a liar. But, you know, Simone called, you know, Contessa a two-faced liar, a fake, a fraud, talking about you don't want to be around us, you don't want to hang with us. I was like, damn, you ladies, if this is what's going on, part 2 and part 3 is going to be lit. And if it's not, I'm going to do a cuss out video to, you know, Bravo, if it's not, if you make me watch 3 more episodes and it's not lit. So 2 more episodes, because I already watched one tonight, so 2 more. So let's get into it. So basically they start off with the questions, and we have, you know, Andy looked okay himself. I don't really pay attention to Andy, because after what he did with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, fuck him. So moving on, Andy asks, you know, Heavenly does, you know, her husband, daddy, does he get a hall, like, would she have a hall pass or whatever? Basically, because they was gonna really talk about the cheating situation that Mariah supposed to got receipts, and Aiden got the receipts in the back. So if Heavenly had a hall pass, who would she choose? She said Barack Obama. I would have chose somebody else. And so then another question was asked to Quad, like, who would you have co-host with you on Sister Circle? And she said, I need somebody that's informed, somebody smart, somebody that's intelligent and well-rounded, and it'll be the ladies that's sitting right next to me. So she's talking about Jackie, she's talking about Heavenly, and she's talking about Contessa. And I guarantee, like, she's probably really talking about Heavenly and Contessa mostly because, you know, Jackie and you know, Simone or A Spoon Coons. So she's most likely talking about, you know, but she could be talking about Jackie too as well. So we have that situation. And and then we get, you know, Simone, she's asked about her husband about, you know, last season he was gonna get a divorce and it was in New York. What went down with that situation? How was everything better? And so basically, you know, Simone was like, for 2 to 3 years, you know, me and Cecil, we lost our way. We lost everything. Like, we wasn't trying to work it out, but being here last year on the stage helped us work it out. And she was also asked, have she talked to, you know, Tammy? And she said she has not talked to Tammy. And before the reunion, she got rid of Tammy out of her life. So Tammy was full in effect. She was right all up in their marriage, huh? Tammy was all up in that marriage. And so, you know, Simone was like, I don't talk to her. Then Contessa, you know, they talked about Contessa and her dad being sick, and then her having the double vasectomy with having her breast removed and all this other stuff, you know, just keeping her tissue and her nipple, and then inserting the implants and stuff like that. And actually the women, they think her breast looks nice. You know, it looks bigger than an A cup, but it's maybe, a lot of people think the dress is too small. Is the dress too small? She has something to prove because, you know, she really didn't dress up that much this season. She was sick. She had a lot going on. And she was getting into it with her supposed to be friends. It seems like her and Toya ain't never been friends. So moving on from that situation. So, you know, so Contessa was like, I got through it. It helped, you know. And it was asking Heavenly about, what do you think about her breasts? What do you think about her breasts? She was like, yeah, the breasts look good. The breasts look good. They're bigger, you know, that whatever. And then so that's when Simone is like, well, you know, small is cute and everything. Small is nice and petite. It looks nice. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. And then that's when Dr. Jackie, I believe Dr. Jackie said, look, small breasts, small breasts, small butt is good too as well. Ain't nothing wrong with being small, girl. So she was like, and so then, you know, Simone was like, well, they say I got a flat butt. I guess Jackie said she got a flat butt. I wonder what you guys be doing. Anyways, I'm going to keep moving on. I'm not going to go there and talk about that situation because I have talked about it before. If you watch my reviews, you know how I feel about Jackie and Simone. And so moving on from that situation, Contessa said that she was really hurt, you know, and she was really tired. There was a lot going on in her life or whatever. And so then it was asking her, like, so then the situation comes up with Simone thinking that, you know, Contessa was not confined to the house because Contessa wasn't around the people. She wasn't around her girlfriend. She wasn't around her friends. They are not her friends, really. And she was like, you know, I was at home. I was confined to the house. And, you know, I was at home or whatever. And so that's when Simone jumps in and was like, oh, you wasn't confined to the house. You know, you wasn't confined to the house. You know, basically saying that, you know, you wasn't belt bound. You could have been out. You could have been moving around. You could have been walking. You could have been doing this. You could have been doing that. You just didn't want to be around because of Toya and your situation with Toya. So you avoided us. So you're fake and you're phony. And you're trying to act like you was sick and you was hurting. And you was going through all this other stuff. But really, you was just trying to avoid us. You was dodging us like the plague. And Contessa was like, well, I could choose to do whatever I want to do. If I want to avoid you, if I don't want to be around you, if I need some time to myself, I could do that. And it was like, well, you're fake and you're phony. And then, you know, Toya jumped in and was like, yeah, shaking her head. You know, Mariah shaking her head too. They was just like, yeah, like giving like the yes. So, you know, Contessa was out there. She was fighting her battle or whatever. And basically they showed the scene of Simone going off on, you know, basically Contessa just going off on her and just calling her victim, this and that. She was just like, I felt she was just using what she was going through just to stay away from us, and she's fake and she's phony and she's a fraud and she's a liar. She lied on basically that she talks behind Toya's back. And when she was talking behind Toya's back and saying that Toya hit her, elbowed her in her breast, and then she's gonna come out the next day talking about, hey, what's up? And then you got, Toya like, yeah, all fake. And you got, Mariah like, yeah, all fake or whatever. So they're just like, so they're on the couch and they're giving Simone backup. Like, Simone got her crew right there backing her up. She got Jackie on the other side of her just being quiet. You have, Quad being quiet, and you have Heavily being quiet. They ain't saying nothing. So this is just Contessa going against the other side of the couch. And it was like, yeah, you fake and you phony. How you gonna say that she hit you and she did this to you and she did that to you, but then you won't come outside and try to kiss her and hug her? Because, Contessa was like, I was just trying to make the situation better. Excuse me. She was like, I was just trying to make the situation better. I was just trying to to move on, like bygones be bygones. Like, we don't got to argue. We ain't got to fight. Let's just move on. And some people are like that. They like to throw things right under the bridge and move on and act like everything is dandy. Why spoil a good time or whatever? So we have that situation going on. I was just like, damn. They just, they was getting at her, calling her fake and phony, and the front was like... And a lot of people were saying that, oh, Toya didn't do it on purpose, because how can Toya, elbow her when Toya is shorter and she's taller? Like, she don't have that reach. But they was going up the stairs and things like that. So, I don't know. A lot of people are saying a whole lot of different things. A lot of people think that Contessa lied on Toya. I don't know. It's up in the air with that situation, whether... It seems real petty. It seems like real kiddish for Toya to do some shit like that. But Toya do act like a little kid sometimes. She does act immature too as well. But it seems like for her to do that means that's going below the belt. That's just being real low down and dirty. And Toya can be that, but I don't think that she would actually hit her in front of the other girls. But when you see how these girls are all team, fuck Contessa, you'd be like, damn, did that really go down? Did that really happen? But, her husband didn't think it at first, but then he started to think it. But, Toya did cry afterwards, too, as well. So, I don't know. I guess Contessa has to go along with her gut, because I wasn't there. And a lot of the ladies don't believe that Toya did it on purpose, because they was there, but I don't know if they're protecting Toya, or they really didn't see it being, like, something that happened on purpose, or something like that. So... we have that situation, and Contessa was like, whatever, Contessa was just like, it's all good. And so basically they asked, about drinking, and then it comes to, Simone talking about, I ain't been drunk. You guys ain't never seen me drunk. You ain't never seen me drunk. I know what to do. And then, Andy was like, you go from a 0 to 100. She was like, yeah, I go to a 0 to 100 right now. I ain't drunk. I ain't been drinking. This is how I am. I know what I'm doing. Whatever I say to you, I don't regret it when I do say. So I make sure I'm clear and I am concise and I know what I'm saying to you, because I have no regrets. I was like, damn. Cecil must be going through it, because Simone ain't playing no games. I was just like, damn, Simone, I didn't know you didn't like Contessa this much. Like, damn, now, if you was accused of elbowing Contessa, I would believe it, because look how you coming at this girl. And it's like, nobody's really... Toya ain't even coming at her. I guess Simone was like, Toya, listen, I'm gonna handle this. You brought her on this show, we're gonna get her off, because Simone already said that she's boring, she don't bring nothing to the show. And she already said that, Quad needs to leave. Quad needs to go, because she ain't married to Madison. I was like, damn, that's how we gonna do it. That's how we playing it. That's how we playing. I was just like, damn. So we have that situation. So you got Simone saying she ain't never been drunk. I don't know if she's been drunk or not. She seemed drunk. She acts like she's drunk. It seems like she's drunk, but she's saying that she's in full awareness. She's in full control of what she's doing. And when you think she's drunk, she ain't drunk. I'm like, okay. But clearly seems like to me a couple of times that you seem intoxicated. But I don't know you. And it just probably just gave you a little buzz, and you got your buzz on. You was ready to buzz around and tell everybody what's going on. And so then they asked Jackie, Andy asked Jackie, so do you think Contessa, how serious do you think Contessa, situation was? Because didn't you go through the same thing? Didn't you have the same surgery? And why was you trying to, get her out the house and stuff like that? And did you believe that she was dodging the girls? And so, So when Andy asked Jackie, and Jackie was like, well, I did believe that she was trying to dodge the girls and she didn't want to come around because of the situation with Toya or whatever. So I did ask her that, and she said no. So I was just like, what? She was like, so I believed her, but I was trying to get her out the house because that's what I did. When I had my surgery, I got out the house. I couldn't wait to get out the house because you couldn't wait to get away from, Curtis. Contessa wants to stay home with Scott. She wants to be around him and she don't want to deal with Toya. I thought they were friends. It seems like they haven't been friends since last season. So we have that situation. And then, that's when Contessa was like, listen, you wasn't fully healed. You was out there not healed. I wasn't fully healed. And she was like, Contessa was like, it was 3 weeks. And then Simone was like, no, it was 3. It was a month. It was a whole month you didn't come around. Like, and then Contessa was like, if I want to be around my girlfriends, I would. She was like, girlfriends? What do you mean girlfriends? We ain't your girlfriends. Like, basically saying, like, you wouldn't be dodging us and dissing us. Simone is mean. You wouldn't be dodging us and dissing us if we was your girlfriends. If I was your girlfriend. So we have that situation. And then Simone was like, I would not get drunk around them girls over there at all. So she's talking about Contessa. She's talking about, Quad. And she's talking about Contessa, Quad. And is she talking about Jackie? And I don't think she's talking about Jackie, but I think she's talking about Heavenly. So she's talking about Contessa, Quad, and Heavenly. Basically, I don't get drunk around them because, I don't trust them. So basically, she's already saying, I don't trust you bitches over there on that side of the couch. So we got to see, like, Simone, I guess Simone is with the females that's on the side of her. And then, Jackie. So she said, I don't trust them. I don't get drunk around them. You won't catch me getting drunk around them. I was like, damn. And that was some true, that sounded like some true tea, some true shit. Like, I don't trust them. I won't get drunk around them. They ain't going to be telling my business saying I did this and saying I did that. I was like, damn. So, I was like, she was like, don't get it confused. I don't get drunk with them at all. I was like, wow. And so we have that situation. I was like, damn, Simone is really going in. And, And when Mariah was like, yeah, Mariah even said, yeah, she was being fake. Toya was like, she was being fake when she came out and said hello. I was like, damn, they just co-signed it. They was going to tag team Contessa no matter what the situation was. I was just like, Then Heavenly talked about her son. Like, they talked about their children. And Heavenly talked about her son, Zachary, that's 17 years old. He doesn't like to be filmed. So you don't really see him much on camera or anything like that. And, they was talking about pregnancy and talking about sex with their kids. Then Jackie talking about she had a 10-year-old that was pregnant by a 13-year-old. She said it was sad, but it does happen. So you're best to talk to your kids about sex because you never know what's going to happen. I was just like, So, and then it was talking about, mental health and counseling and whatever. And it was like, oh, we got a psychiatrist on the show. And basically it was asking Quad about the situation. Quad was like, yeah, it's good to share your issues and stuff like that because you can help people with mental issues, especially in the Black community. But my husband was embarrassed. My ex-husband, she said, Dr. G was embarrassed and rolling all over the floor. He was slobbing out of his mouth. I got it on film. I got the pictures. And so, it was that situation because, Andy asked Jackie, like, what was going, like, you said Black mothers are harsh. It was like back in her time and some mothers still to today, very forced. You can't fail. You can't give up. You can't mess up. You can't do this. Like, you knew that they love you, but, you had to, do what you're supposed to do. And they would give you like, crazy, like superstition things like don't jump over the broom. If you kiss a guy, you'll get pregnant. Or you better not fail, this and that. All types of like little things that tell you if you go down the street, the boogeyman's gonna get you, or that guy, somebody's gonna get you, or whatever. Like stories and fairy tales, I think, like nightmares, like they tell you so you can stay in line so you won't leave the house. Because they was also talking about, Heavenly situation with, on her spiritual journey, basically going back to her house, her old house that she grew up in, and dealing with that situation, and basically, holding the pain in and not dealing with her, basically suppressing it. And her mother helped her suppress, and her mother wants her to suppress the pain and things like that. And so so then that's when Mariah was asked the question, so what did you feel about Heavenly's situation? Mariah was like, I felt bad for her, locked up in a room and all this other stuff. I really felt bad. So I really get where she's coming from, how the way that she acts, how you can't really have a conversation with her or talk to her and how she responds. And then Jackie jumped in, was like, yeah, she deflects a lot of the times, and she uses the pain that she is suppressing inside to go at people. Especially Jackie said, go at me, when I try to tell her, you're doing this, you're doing that. And then Heavenly was like, you ain't perfect, you got problems, you got issues, I don't want to hear it. And everybody pointed out that Heavenly was actually deflecting again, and she was like, I'm a good deflector. And then that's when Heavenly was like, I haven't talked to my sister, I haven't dealt with my sister since filming the show and things like that. And her and her sister don't have a relationship. We know her sister's she calls her sister a liar, and she goes, Mariah's a liar. Everybody knows Mariah a liar. Only person that co-signed on that was, Quad. Nobody else said anything. And then she was like, yes, she lied on my husband. She lied on my husband or whatever, basically saying that she got receipts that he a cheating, that he got somebody or whatever, he's been cheating, and that's a lie. And she's a liar. And straight up and down like that. And so then they went to Mariah. Mariah was like, well, they went to Mariah and her sister, on live, basically saying that, Dr. Damon was trying to get with Mama Lucy, Mariah's husband. Mariah was serious about that. She was like, yes, he was. And she had a straight face. She didn't blink an eye. Heavenly was like, if he wants to get with her, that would be like, it'll be over for me. Then I can't keep him, basically. No one said nothing. Everybody's just looking like, damn, come on. You think Damon tried? I'm going to believe that Damon did not try to get with Mama Lucy. He was being polite. He was being charismatic. He knows how to deal with Southern women and older women, but whatever conversation that he had with Mama Lucy, it was gonna be looked at it and debate about anything that he did or said. His whole action was going to be dissected. And so with that situation, it just seems like Mariah was like, the first time y'all came to my house, he was flirting with my mama. He was flirting with my mom. I was like, damn, he was not flirting with Mama Lucy. I'm not going to believe that. Not 1 second, not one bit. I don't think he will flirt with a woman in that circle, and especially a woman that is enemies with his wife, which is Mama Lucy. But at that time, she probably wasn't enemies with his wife, but I don't think he would go there and do that. He has a lot of more respect for himself and for the people that are around him, and he carried himself a certain way. So he was actually kind of dressed up today. So we have that situation, and I was just like, So they was like, Mariah, where's the receipts? Where's the receipts? Mariah said, I don't want to bring the receipts. I'm not bringing the receipts. I don't want to go low. But she goes, if I need them, I do got them. And then, Andy was like, Mariah, you started this whole shit, and like, you just can't just end it. And Mariah was like, I'm going to finish. Andy was like, no, where's the receipts? Everybody wants to know because, they want to see as something as going on. And basically, I believe, Toya, when they was talking about Simone and her being with Cecil and them staying together, and she was like, see, the reality curse didn't work in this situation, so we'll see what happens. I don't know how long Simone and Cecil gonna be together. Do you guys think Jackie and Curtis are happy? A lot of people are questioning their happiness. So what do you guys think about the situation? What do you think about the reunion? Part 1 was crazy. I didn't think that, Quad was actually going to bring up the rumor about her supposedly, sleeping with Mariah's sister's husband. I didn't think she was going to bring that up. If she was guilty of that, she wouldn't bring that up, but she probably knew Mariah was going to bring it up anyway. And Mariah was like, why would I bring that up? It makes me look bad or whatever. So, So anyways, peace. I'm out. One love. Cocaine? You think Mariah's doing cocaine?